Welcome to Biloxi A to Z, your insider's guide to what's happening in Biloxi. This is for Friday, March 11th, 2022. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. We'll recap the capacity crowds at MGM Park this week, and Greene will stop by Studio B to tell you what's in store for Shuckers baseball this season. Will the luck of the Irish hold out this weekend? There's no telling with this weather. But there's going to be a Hibernia Marching Society St. Patty's Day parade this weekend. We'll introduce you to the Grand Marshal and the Colleen and give you the details on the parade. And of course, grilling on the green takes place on the town green Saturday as well. And there's the smell of the crowd and the roar of grease paint at Center Stage in BLT. Yes, the roar of grease paint. We really do have a clue. We'll have all of that, plus the trending numbers on COVID-19 and a visit with some returning snowbirds. All of that in a few minutes. We begin today with a familiar issue at a familiar location. The issue of what to do with the Pops Ferry Bridge. But the need to replace this bridge is not an overnight awareness. The city has sought funding for a new bridge for more than 20 years. Back then, they were talking about $40 million and it could be done in 4 years. Over the years, it's grown into a high-rise with 4 lanes and all the trimmings. In fact, it would be so high, it wouldn't touch ground until about Atkinson Road on the south side. Price tag, about $180 million. Now, although a good deal of engineering has been done regarding the approaches, those areas north and south of the bridge, which has cast a cloud over nearby homeowners for years now, but there's never really been any funding for the actual construction, for either a new bridge or the extension of Pops Ferry south of Pass Road, for that matter. And so it is in that funding environment that months ago, United Bridge Partners, a Denver firm that offers solutions to these quagmires, presented an idea. The firm would design and construct a 4-lane bridge. It would maintain that bridge, and it would all be in place in 4 years. The catch, there would be a toll. After looking at that option and considering all other options that have been talked about over the years, last week Mayor Gillich notified United Bridge Partners that there was inadequate public support for a toll bridge. And by the way, you know, a toll bridge would not be eligible for any state or federal funding. This all brings us to where we are today. What Mayor Gillich has been proposing since he came into office is a more holistic approach. Deal with the Pops Ferry Bridge issue for sure, but consider also the Pops Ferry extension, which provides a direct route all the way down to Highway 90. What you're talking about is a roadway that would go from US 90 all the way to Interstate 10 and also connect Mississippi Highway 67. It's the Biloxi Connector. It will be directly between Cowan Road, also known as Mississippi 605 to the west, and I-110, a federal interstate, which is also known as Mississippi 67. But right now, the 20,000 motorists who travel Pops Ferry Road should know this. The city is working with its state and federal partners with an eye on the president's infrastructure funding to replace and rehabilitate the troubled draw on the existing Pops Ferry Bridge. So when's this going to be done? As soon as possible. It's a bigger issue than Biloxi, and the public vocal feedback on a toll shows the interest is there for improvements. And now this. Joining me now is Greene of the Biloxi Shuckers, but this week you were with college teams.
Yeah, we were. We had Mississippi State and Texas Tech, top 25 matchup, and I think it delivered everything people could have wanted out there at MGM Park over those 2 days. Wasn't without a little bit of Mississippi weather and some rain, but, you know, we moved things around, shuffled the deck a little bit. People got a little wet on Wednesday, myself included, but we had a good time out there.
I talked to Hunter Reed the other day, and he was actually out there helping move the tarp off the field.
We all were. Hunter informed me yesterday that he never changed out of his tarp clothes, and I put my slacks on for about 2 innings, and then we were down by the tarp to make sure if we needed to roll it out so we could finish the game, we could. But no, we made sure that we started Sunday night protecting the field to make sure that Tuesday, Wednesday, it was in good shape and we were going to be able to play those games.
How was the turnout and were you pleased?
Turnout was phenomenal. We had over 11,000, just a little shy of 12,000 people who came into the ballpark over those 2 days. I checked on Tuesday morning and there were a grand total of 26 individual seats left throughout the seating bowl. All of those went, and then people were out on the berm for Tuesday night. Obviously, Mississippi State had a big night, a big fourth inning in that one. Yesterday, I have to give an immense amount of credit to the fans who had tickets for yesterday's game. They still showed up. It was cold. It was rainy. Things didn't quite go Mississippi State's way, but it seemed like everyone still came out, enjoyed themselves, had a good time, and so we couldn't be more thrilled, even with some trying circumstances with the weather.
Did the first game sell out?
So a sellout is 6,087. And to get to that, I think we have to pack something like 1,000 people out
On the berm?
So we didn't hit that threshold.
You were near capacity.
But we were only a couple of, I think we were about 300 fans out on the berm shy of being at what the fire marshal would say, no more, this is it, you can't let anybody else in. So as close to a sellout as you can get without actually maybe hitting that exact number.
This thing, this Hancock-Whitney Classic has been a super performer of what, for the past 3 years?
Well, so we had, obviously not last year, that was because with the COVID, they reshuffled their schedule. They were supposed to come back in 2021, but that's why we got it moved this season. And it's something that we're looking to do more of moving forward. We have a great partnership with Hancock-Whitney. I think that very soon we're going to be able to announce what the next round of games are going to be for next season. I think fans are going to be really excited for it. That's about all that I can say. But
Gotcha.
I think folks are going to be really excited for what's coming.
Okay, so here's the big question.
Yes.
How can this excitement, and I know y'all are thinking about this, how can you move this excitement to the Shuckers?
Well, I just hope that folks who maybe hadn't come out to a Shuckers game, they might have heard of it, but they might not have been to the ballpark. They're Mississippi State fans, and they came out for the first time. I just hope they enjoyed themselves and saw what an exceptional venue we have and what we have to offer for Biloxi Shuckers baseball games. I'm going to say something that's a little controversial. Biloxi Shuckers baseball, it's better baseball than what you have for Mississippi State and Texas Tech. That is not taking any other thing away from
It's professional.
but it's professional baseball, and we've got Cy Young Award winners, relievers of the years, MVPs. Those guys play here before they make it to the major leagues.
The road to the World Series, would you say, starts
runs through right here. And so you have an opportunity to see these guys. So it's the same fun atmosphere over the course of the entire summer. It's certainly going to be warmer than it was on Wednesday night. And it's great baseball, and it's a fun, exciting, inviting environment.
I've got to ask, I've been hearing, the ticket prices and stuff. Did y'all lower the ticket prices? I'm talking about the berm is what, like $5?
No, berm is $8.
$8.
So that's still right around where it's been.
Yeah.
No, affordability is massive. The most expensive ticket that we have, if you were to sit right behind home plate for a Shuckers game, and I'm talking right smack behind home plate, $24. And so anything out from that, it's 12 down the lines. Obviously, that's if you buy it in advance.
That's the other thing, though, to interrupt you for a second.
No.
You're saying $8 for the berm, but isn't there a discount if you buy it early?
So not for the berm. Berm's always the same. But for like an outfield seat, that's $12 in advance, $15 day of the game. So you're going to pay a little more day of game just because of the demand. So always encourage people to buy your tickets in advance. We're fully digital for our ticketing this year, so what you see online is no different than what you get if you came down to the box office and bought your ticket.
Now, tell me about this coming season. Y'all opening the season on the road, and then you come to MGM Park, but give people an idea how they can be there for that first home game.
Yeah, so April 12th is going to be our first home game at MGM Park. It is Tuesday, but it's going to be opening day like anything else. Really, I think it's going to be more like opening week because we know Tuesday, Wednesday night, they're in April, still maybe some school going on, things like that. So come out for the excitement of opening day. It should be exciting. We're looking at a really prospect-rich team this year. A lot of the guys who are ranked highly in the Brewers system, we're going to have a lot of guys who are really good ball players this year that are going to come through. Pitching staff, we'll find out what they're going to be about, but I think that we're going to score a lot of runs and hit a lot of home runs this year.
And that's what puts people in the stands.
It's going to be exciting baseball this season over at MGM Park again. I mean, heck, 5 out of 6 years we've had a winning season. 3 out of 6 we gone to the championship series. So there's an excellence and a standard of winning that I wholeheartedly expect us to live up to.
One of the great things about minor league baseball is the stuff that happens between the innings.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing this year?
Oh, we are still setting that out, but we previewed it when we were there for the games. We had, the Simba cam came back, the Titanic cam. We obviously have our beach ball bat around that we have, which people don't realize you're supposed to, when the music stops, you're supposed to catch it. And that's how you win the prize. We had a putting challenge that we did, and hopefully this year, with what we're expecting will be a lessening of COVID protocols, we'll be able to get back on the field to do some more in-game promos. That was one of the limitations last year. We could do some stuff around the outer edges of the diamond, but this year we're hoping we can be back on the field and do some more conventional in-between innings things that we think we're going to put together some fun stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Is there a place where people can go, like on the internet, to see about buying their tickets? Do y'all have a website?
We do. It's really easy. It's BiloxiShuckers.com. Pretty much everything is on there. If it's not, you can find us on Twitter at Biloxi Shuckers, and on Facebook, search for Biloxi Shuckers. And if you don't see something, just send us a message on there. Ask questions. We're always there to help answer, and you can always call the front office as well. 228-233-3465. That gets you into the office, and someone's going to have an answer to whatever your question might be.
You're such a professional. How do you do it?
I don't know. People say I can talk to this wall, so I think
The green wall.
The green wall, exactly. So I think that it's just a gift or a curse, however you decide to look at it.
Garrett Greene, the award-winning voice of the Biloxi Shuckers, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Vincent.
Good luck this year.
Thank you, sir.
Joining me now is Lydia Hilton of the Hibernia Marching Society. We've got a big event coming up Saturday.
We do. We have the 2022 Hibernia Marching Society St. Patrick's Day Parade. This Saturday, 2:30 p.m. It starts at the Yacht Club, moves through downtown, and stops at Kyvet.
We're showing people the map right now, but tell me, what do you think makes this parade more popular than any other parade we have? What makes it special?
Oh, you know what? We bring all the communities together in the coast, and people are excited. Everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So they come, they throw beads, they throw...
Are we going to see cabbages?
I was going to say, they throw
Okay.
the traditional cabbages, potatoes, carrots, nothing that's going to hurt anybody, and lots of trinkets. And this year, everybody's throwing. We have an anonymous sponsor who donated money so that all students who are marching, special needs children, everyone's going to have throws. Even parade officials are going to be throwing. So this is going to be exciting.
It looks like y'all did a really good job with your royalty this year.
We tried. The Colleen is Celeste Foster O'Keefe, and the Grand Marshal is Keith Crosby this year.
So you couldn't find anybody for Grand Marshal? We go far back with Keith Crosby as well as Celeste, and I think they're both going to make you very proud.
They are, and we also have the 2020 Grand Marshal and Colleen in the parade as well, because the 2020 parade got canceled at the very last minute. So this is a special parade too, because there are 2 Colleens and 2 Grand Marshals, the one's from 2020 and one's from 2022.
But there's a lot of tradition with this parade going back over 44 years, and over a lot of the years, there are some things that you see every time. One of them is the Collins fire truck.
The Collins fire truck, they're also putting a float in the parade as well. And one of the things that's special too is that families get together and they put their floats together, they ride on the float together, and this is a very family-friendly parade. But it's for everyone as well. There's something there for everybody.
And you said it right at the beginning, it's a matter of everyone's Irish.
On St. Patrick's Day, everybody's Irish.
As of Thursday, March the 10th, the health department reports more than 150 new cases of the virus statewide in a 24-hour period. 22 deaths were also reported. In Harrison County, as of March the 9th, 17 new COVID-19 cases were reported with 2 deaths. Yes, the numbers are on decline. But overall, nearly 800,000 cases of the virus have been reported throughout Mississippi since the pandemic began in early 2020. And more than 12,000 Mississippians have died from COVID-19. In Harrison County, since day one, more than 53,000 cases of the virus have been reported with 652 deaths. at the hospitals. As of March the 8th, more than 150 people were in Mississippi hospitals with COVID-19, and more than 30 of those were in intensive care units. Along the coast, 22 people were hospitalized with the virus, and 11 of those were in intensive care units. As for Mississippi's vaccination rate, as of March the 8th, 48% of the population is fully vaccinated, and 46% of Harrison County residents are reported as fully vaccinated, according to the health department. For more information about vaccinations, links to appointments, and safety protocols, visit the city's website at biloxi.ms.us, or you may call the Mississippi COVID-19 hotline at 877-978-6453 to schedule a COVID-19 vaccination. The rain is expected to continue tonight. The weather Saturday and Sunday, though, is forecast to be mostly sunny but cool. Temperatures will range from lows in the 30s to highs in the 50s. It will be a little chilly, but there will be sunshine. There's lots to do this weekend, but let's begin with community theater. Tonight, the Biloxi Little Theater will host Clue, a comedy murder mystery. Shows will continue throughout the weekend. For more information, visit online at 4blt.org. Over at Center Stage, they'll be hosting the Boogie Woogie radio show with sounds of the 1940s. It will go on throughout the weekend as well. For more information, visit online at centerstagebiloxi.org. On Saturday, St. Patrick's Day festivities begin with the Hibernia Marching Society's 5K run in downtown Biloxi at 9 a.m. Pre-registration will be at 8 a.m. at Biloxi City Hall. For details, visit online at hiberniamarchingsociety.com. Then at 10 a.m., the annual Grilling on the Green kicks off at the Biloxi Town Green. The event will take place through 5 p.m. and will include dozens of arts and craft booths, a children's play area, live entertainment, and of course, grillers. Around 2 p.m., the annual Hibernia Marching Society St. Patrick's Day Parade will march by the Town Green with a horse-driven carriage carrying the Grand Marshal and Colleen, bagpipes, colorful floats, and more. Here's the route. For road closures and openings, text Biloxi to 99411. Then on Sunday, the Vietnamese Martyrs Catholic Church will host a Mississippi Health Kids Resource Fair from noon to 3 p.m. The free community event will include health vendors and screenings and food giveaways. They'll also have COVID-19 vaccinations and free home test kits. For more information, call 228-436-9999. Over at the casinos, on Saturday, Aaron Lewis will perform at the Beau Rivage and the Little River Band will be at the IP. To see more about these events and a list of other happenings, check out the Biloxi Community Calendar in the March edition of B News Monthly. It can also be viewed here on the city's website. We leave you today with a video from our friend Jeff Howard. It's returning snowbirds, so to speak, down at the Biloxi Small Craft Harbor. We're told that this couple, for the third year, has moved into their fixer-upper summer home, high atop the mast of the USS Biloxi, maybe in a crow's nest. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you here next Friday.